We're in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. From the 6. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Mariota. And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD.
Yeah, we dominate today.
So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one taken just inside the 10 and beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. He'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Ball carrier.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Well, they opted not to run it. They completed the pass on 3rd and 2, but they lost yardage to bring up 4.
Well, give credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They snuffed out the play. But it does bring into question, 1, the play call, because they didn't run the ball there. They could have run it. And 2, just not getting it. That's got to be deflating for them.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to loft one deep left, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play there for the Browns. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Come on, QB, come on.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A good pickup there of 22.
First and goal.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on first and goal. And they sent that play backwards.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, the elusive, slippery guy couldn't get in there, though. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up fourth and goal.
Fourth and goal.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on fourth and goal.
Right there in the middle, 55. Oh, you got G?
They'll try and run for it. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. The run is turned away on fourth and goal from the 2. And the Steeler D will celebrate the goal line stand. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's first and 10 at the 16-yard line. On the run is Counter. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
Steeler ball carrier.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Check, 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 check.
To throw on second and 6. Mariota eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Mariota. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 10.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota, he'll run it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down.
Steelers.
On the counter, it's Connor. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
He was brought down.
Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. And let's pick it.
From just shy of midfield, Mariota flush to his right. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Watch the whip.
Working out of the gun, Mariota steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Mariota on the keeper.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
2nd and 5.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mariota. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
A loss of 8 yards. It's 3rd down.
They go play action. Mariota. And that will be incomplete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Let's go, B, let's go.
Back to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
So you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
At the 29-yard line.
Check pass. Sponge.
Across the 30 to the 31-yard line.
Running back, the ball
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
We got 25 to Mike. We got 25 to Mike. Come on.
He'll drop to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
It goes without saying, but on the lap of the defender from there, he didn't zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it. That'll be taken about a yard deep. 5-yard line, so the same result. Hitting the Cleveland offense ready to go. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time. Completion, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And some space here. 5 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Interior, also the 2 tight ends. They block well, too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
Back at the 30-yard line.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. Fields this way up at the 17. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Off the play fake, Mariota. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
On 2nd down, it's Connor. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
He was brought down.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
From the 4 now, 3rd and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll keep it on the ground. Mays. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Check 31, check 31.
They'll look to throw. And it's brought in by Washington. And he is going to have the Browns 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the 1st. They'll run on 1st down. Mays. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1?
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4. It continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
But I can't go. No, I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
They begin on the ground here with Conner. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
The Steeler ball
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
On 2nd and 7, Mariota. Short little throw to Ebron. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's a bootleg with Mariota. Ebron caught left side. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this ball is going to be touched out just shy of midfield.
Over first and 10 at the Steelers' 48-yard line.
On first down, it's Allen. 20. And now the rookie's free. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
First and goal.
So all the way down close to the goal line. Good blocking up front. Helped to spring him.
When this drive is over, he's got to get to the bench and sing Kumbaya with the offensive line, doesn't he? Big-time openings for him. Gets him all the way down to the 2-yard line. Let's see if they can pound it in.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Browns are an extra point away from taking the lead in this game. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game
score, Browns 14, Steelers 13.
Is the kickoff unit as they... And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter. And it's 9. Turns out to be a great idea. Might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on first and 10. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
It's second and inches at the 41-yard line.
From the 15 yards on the play. From the gun. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Gains that one for 14 yards and another first. From down at
all the time, here's where it really paid and is accurate throwing on the
10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8 from the shotgun. It's Mariota. Complete.
We've seen this quite a few. Able to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On third down, Mariota fighting him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few. Couldn't evade all of them.
A 41-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the fourth. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
On the return, the Browns take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
10 yards on the pickup.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hughes. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a first and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he's dropped right at the 40, gain of 3.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a carry for Allen. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now a give right side. Mays. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
I smell fear in that offense. 55. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Right back to him on 1st down. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll run. This is Allen. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow, wow. I know it's a never say never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, it could come back at you a long way.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Boy, a bad break. Just got the lead on the touchdown, and now they're going to have to go on defense at the 40-yard line here as things get good in the 4th quarter. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. He's back to throw. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
1st down, Steelers.
Mariota escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Mariota on the keeper. The tackle by Jeff Okudah.
On play action, Mariota. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Not that time for Watkins. And it's 3rd down.
He was covered by C.J. Henderson.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Here's Mariota. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for Kendrick Bourne. He was covered by Noah Igbenogany.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. One last shot now for Mariota. Being chased out left. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I tell you what, they were big favorites coming in, but they had to work for this one.
It certainly wasn't the walk in the park that you expected coming into this one. I have a suspicion that in their meetings next week, head coach going to talk to him a little bit about focus, don't you think?
Yeah, because down the stretch, there was some nail-biting going on. And you're right. I think not only the fans, but those folks inside that locker room, they expected a comfortable victory.
Yeah, they certainly did, and that just tells you about the NFL. Any given game, you never know how it's going to turn out. You'd better be ready to play.
So for Cleveland, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.